Hi, welcome to the channel, or hopefully welcome back. Yesterday, off camera, I went to awaken the Monte Carlo from its wintertime slumber, and finally it was a day I had time yesterday. But I ran into some problems, and I thought, well, let's go ahead and make a video about that. Hopefully it might help some of you guys. Some of the problems I ran into, I will address here, mainly the battery that didn't get charged over the winter like I thought it did. I bought a battery tender. It wasn't off-brand, not the battery tender brand. And the only reason I'm mentioning that is I have used battery tenders on my stuff and had very good luck with it. I'm not sure if this was a problem due to the tool that I used, the brand, or what. So I'm not going to mention anything about it right now. But long story short, what I had to do was go ahead and jump start this to get it running. But then I decided to go ahead and charge it overnight with my bigger battery charger. And we're going to take and use a tool that, this is when you could tell you're really bad with tools. I actually forgot I had this. I had bought this a couple of years ago. I think I've used it one time, so it just kind of slipped my mind. Anyway, it's a Foxwell battery analyzer, and it's BT-705. And what we're going to do is, since I've had the battery charging all night, it should be all charged up, and we're going to take it off the charger and test the battery to see if it got ruined from not charging all winter. I dearly hope it didn't, but we'll find out. Okay, so I went ahead and hooked up the charger, and first it shows we're at 12.5 volts, which is really good. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a battery test. It's a 12-volt system, regular, I guess, in vehicle, and it's a top post, regular, and CCA. That's your cold cranking amps, which is going to be right there. And I see what I did before is I get as many cold cranking amps as I can. On a battery you want, and this is if you use cubic inches, you want one cold cranking amp per cubic inch. This is a 454, so you want at least 450 cold cranking amps. I've got 800 because I don't like to run out. Anyway, the cold cranking amps is when you're starting it, and that's what your reserve is. And looks like 795. No, duh. Not a touch screen. Okay, so we've got 800. Please wait. It's testing. Yes, it's above 0. And I assume this does surface charge detected. It's showing a surface charge, and I assume because the battery's a little bit dirty, any corrosion or dirt that you've got on there will actually conduct electricity at a very low level. So I'll probably service that to take care of it, but right now we're going to go ahead and continue on with the test, and the next thing it's telling me to do is to turn the headlights on. So Dylan, if you could watch what happens. Okay, headlights are on.
Okay. It says turn headlights off.
Yep. Said to turn them on. Turn headlights off.
Yep.
All right. Probably checking the load. Now what's it telling me?
It just says turn headlights off.
Okay. And headlights off detected. Testing. 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 Good recharge. Volts are now at 220. It's measured 562. Press. What?
Probably enter.
Well, that's what I'm hoping.
Or back? No.
Yeah, I don't see a back. That's why I was... Alright.
Okay.
Start engine. Okay. Okay.
Says no problems.
Yeah. And what you want to look for is at least 13.5 volts. This is at 14.1 and at 14.37 because voltage pushes its way into the battery. So you have to have more than 12 volts. And if you've only got 12 or below 12, your charging system's bad. Which I knew the charging system was going to be okay on this. I just wasn't sure about the battery. And looks like that everything passed. One thing I am going to do though is I'm going to unhook the battery and leave it overnight and see what the voltage reads on that. That's another way to indicate if you've got a battery. I know that there's accessories that drain the battery, which is why I had the battery tender on it. But so I'm going to take and unhook the battery, and then I will let it go overnight and see if it's got, within reason, the same charge. And if it does that, then dodged a bullet, got a good battery, which is good, because at the time of filming, the cheapest one I could find that was comparable to this was between $200 $250. Anyway, hope that helps you. I wasn't able to talk too much because the engine was running during the time, and hopefully you could make a heads or tails over the menus that kept popping up. If it helps, it was a surprise to me too, because like I said, I don't even remember buying this thing, but I did internet search, and it comes fairly well recommended, so I would recommend doing that. I seem to remember it was less than the price of a battery, and so if in this case I've got a battery that I need to test, I save money, and that's really the whole idea. So anyway, I hope this helped you. Thank you for staying till the end. If you've got any questions, please make a comment. I'll be glad to hop on and answer. It's pretty self-explanatory though, and fairly simple. I didn't even have to go through the book. It pretty much did everything for me while I was testing it. Anyway, please tell anyone you can, any way that you can, if I haven't already said that. It's been a really weird morning, so if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you for watching.